Black women, you want to know what to do for black men? Do for black men what you would do for a white man, and that would be just fine.
I was listening to this interview a while back when it first came up. I was like, wow, that makes sense. But I still wasn't sold because I didn't have any tangible evidence to prove that black women actually do code switch or change if and when they're with a white man. But lo and behold, we have this video.
If you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. What we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that.
So I'm not with nobody, cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over text, didn't call me. Still got love for your mommy. I know you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody.
If you guys remember, about 2 months ago, I mentioned that I wanted to do some research on a particular topic. And the topic was that there were a lot of black men in the comment section saying that black women know how to act when they're around white men. So it's not the fact that they don't understand what black men want. They just don't care in regards to giving us what we ask for. To being agreeable, to losing weight. And I'm going to show you a clip from an old Kevin Samuels video when he made an appearance on the Lead Attorney's channel with a content creator named Suzette Speaks. And this was a clip that stuck out to me, and it got me interested in the conversation of wondering if black women change when they're with white men. This was something that was brought up to me by some folks in the comment section, and I told them that I would do a little bit of research, and if I can't find anything tangible, then there's really no point, because the black community is great at not acknowledging the black male experience. So if I sit here and say, oh yeah, I heard that black women know how to act when they're with white men, that's easily something that they can debunk, because it's just me saying that. And it's also a few guys in the comment section saying that, hey, they do know how to act when they're with white men. So that brings us to tonight's show. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. And again, this is a video from the Lead Attorney's channel where Kevin Samuels and Suzette Speaks was having a conversation in regards to, do black women know how to compete for a man? And this is a lead in to the video that I found on TikTok.
That's what sorry to interrupt, but I see that. The only people that talk like Mr. How Kevin is just expressed himself, and it was, again, at an earlier time in my life, are like, and not to be like classist, but my hood cousins talk like that. My hood younger female cousins would be like, you have to fight for your man, you have to fight and get him. Mm-hmm. They were talking like that from day one. And again, I was taught, and again, that's no excuse. That's like, whoa, that's like, not cool, low class, whatever. But yeah, they were very in tune with that. And they were very in tune with their being this war, this competition.
Now, Kevin Samuels is about to use he says, his Uno reverse card. And listen to what Kevin says. This is very key as the lead in to the video that I'm about to show you guys. Here we go.
Well, see, so I'm going to use my Uno reverse card now. I don't buy that. I'm going to tell you why. Because all I have to do to get a different outcome is change the two men. I bring in two white men, Italian men, little brown, dark hair, good looking, and have 8 black women in there. Automatically, they look at those men and know. Stick, knife, they know. What do you start to see? They start smiling. Posture stands up. They're not looking to see what's going on. They're looking to see who's moving toward the stick. Flipping their hair. Black women know non-black man, he ain't gonna put up with this bull crap. He has to be competed for. But you know what? If I get Prince Henry, or if I get the dude from Red, if I get him, I get extra points. Especially if he's a man of value. Oh man. So no. And the funny thing is, black women, you want to know what to do for black men? Do for black men what you would do for a white man, and that would be just fine.
Right. Did y'all hear that? Kevin Samuels just said that, hey, if black women wanted to know what would make black men happy, do what you would do for a white man and we will be just fine. And when I heard that, when I was listening to this interview a while back, when it first came up, I was like, wow, that makes sense. But I still wasn't sold because I didn't have any tangible evidence to prove that black women actually do code switch or change if and when they're with a white man. But lo and behold, we have this video. So let me show you what I'm talking about here.
Right.
Yeah, I know what to do.
As black women, I must attest that we
Look at what that says before we even get started. It says the treatment that black men want from black women is only reserved for white men. Get rid of the mean face, smile, talk first, say hello, be his piece. Let's continue.
sometimes have that resting bitch face. Get rid of it, because that's going to immediately intimidate a white guy to be like, oh yeah, no, never mind. She's probably not even interested or don't even want to be bothered. Crack a smile. Crack a smile, a little wink, or, you know, a little flirtatious type of motion or gesture. That is going to get his attention, baby. Do not be afraid to speak first. Say hello. Hello does not hurt anybody. Actually, believe it or not, sometimes a hello can go a long way. You make somebody's day sometimes by just saying hello.
You have a white.
All right. So she started off hot. So basically what she was saying, she's giving black women education on how to act with white men. And basically everything that she said is what black men have been trying to tell black women to be or to change, and everything will be fine. But instead of doing that for black men, they're willing to do that for a white man. No matter if white men are really trying to marry black women, as we all know, only 4% of married white men are married to black women. However, the free promotion that black women give them, it's amazing. And to see this black woman give other black women advice, and don't take my word for it. You can go on TikTok, and I'm pretty sure you can find this video. Go to her comments and see how many black women was under the comment section saying, yeah, that's right, because when I approach white men, I got to make sure that I'm on point. If it was just them, 2, 4, 5 black women saying this, it'd be different. But it was thousands of black women co-signing this. So that's why this video was so important, to get the word out. Like, hey, man, it's not that black women don't understand what black men are saying. They just don't want to do it for you. So let's continue.
Boyfriend, do not use the N-bomb in front of him. If you're in his company, don't use the word. And she was like, Keena, I use the word, so he think he can use the word. And I'm like, he think he can use the word.
Deliver it. And also question your partner.
Look, it says what a black woman should expect by dating a white man. Part 2.
If he has opposing views on something as a black woman that you are very passionate about. You want to hear more about that? Get my book, A White Man's Whore.
Oh, she published a book called White Man's Whore. Yeah. Let's continue.
One of the keys of keeping a healthy relationship with a man, or keeping a man, is to keep the peace. Be his peace. Have this kind of atmosphere where if you're around him, he knows it's peaceful.
Black women, if you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline, and what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what?
Oh my God. Let's go back. We got to hear that again. Hold on.
Fear where if you're around him, he knows it's peaceful.
Black women, if you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline, and what we make black men put up with.
Oh.
they are not going to go for that. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. What we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that.
What? There you have it. I mean, like I said, guys, the message is clear. I'm sorry. It took me a while to find this stuff, but I was able to do it. And that last one, she said that she's educating black women like, hey, man, if white men want you to go to the gym and get in shape at 5:30 in the morning, get your ass up. And she also said what we put black men through, like they do it, you know, understanding that they're doing it for a reason. And like I said, man, I really can't. Black women, there's nothing I can do to defend you guys on this. And that's why on the thumbnail, I'm telling black women to stop listening to black men, because we've already said enough. We've already proved that y'all don't listen to us. You guys understand. And I know, and let me be clear, I know it's not all black women. I know there's going to be some people in the comment section that say, well, it's not all black women that feel like that. I understand that. I have some great black women that follow my channel because they know that I'm not coming from a hurtful place. I'm just presenting what I see. So I'm not going to go through the rigmarole of sitting there saying, oh, not all. When I say black women, I'm talking about the majority. So let's be clear. You can exclude the black women who are married to black men and also exclude some of the black women who are married to white men and non-black men as well, because all of those women aren't divestors. I have multiple friends that are married interracially, black women, Asian, black women, white men, so on and so forth. They don't identify as divestors or swellers. They just found somebody while they was in the military. They clicked, they married. So I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the majority of black women who are still on the dating market and they are trying to get married. You guys understand what black men have been saying, but the funny thing is that black women are encouraging other black women to do that for white men. So, and like I said, the free promotion is at an all-time high. I've seen so many channels where there's been black women championing interracial dating, in particular trying to marry white men. But the funny thing is that's not left up to them. It's left up to the white men who are viewing them on the dating market. And I know that when I say this, I always get a lot of, and you guys, when I say this, you know what I'm talking about. Pro-blacks, pro-black men will get in my comment section when they hear me say that black women should expand their options, because no matter what I say, black women didn't need me to affirm them. They didn't need me to tell them to date outside their race. They was going to do it on their own, because Lord knows black men going to do it regardless. We're married interracially at a 15% clip. Out of all the black men that are married, 15% are married to non-black women. So me telling black women to date outside their race, they didn't have to listen to me to do that. So for all the pro-black men that get upset when I tell black women to expand their options, they're going to do it anyway. And the funny thing is that it has nothing to do with black women just saying, I'm going to date outside of my race. White men, Hispanic men, Asian men, whatever else type of men, they have to accept black women into their community, so to speak. Black women have to be better than their women, because on average, about 80% of all married people tend to marry within their own race. So black women have to figure out a way to replace white women. They have to figure out a way to replace Hispanic women, Asian women, Indian women, and get married at a substantial rate to where they can somehow overtake black men for being the most married in the black community. Now, anything that I say to improve black women has nothing to do with what they're going to do, right? It's not left up to me. Again, that's going to be on the black women who are already married. So if you want to take a vested interest into telling black women, hey, this is what you should do to get married to non-black men, go ahead and do so. But guys, don't get upset at me for just reading the room as it is. Black women are trying their best to marry outside of their race. Other races of men have not listened. They haven't. So if 93% of married black women are married to black men, only 7% are married to non-black men. What does that tell you? They're not listening. So it is not your job as a black man to sit there and get mad at black women. They have to figure that out for themselves. And I want to remind you guys once again, my page is not geared towards arguing with women when they have preferences. I could care less. They're the ones that have to go out on the dating market and prove that their way works. And as of now, for black women, they haven't proven that. All it is talk. They're trying, but the other men aren't listening. So all this talk about, you know, I'm married and outside my race, I'm dating outside my race. Okay, be better than white women. Be better than Hispanic, Asian, Indian, and see where that gets you. What do you need to do to change? Because we see now that black men, I mean, hey, y'all ain't listening to us. Y'all hear us, but you're willing to do that for white men. So black men, stay out of this conversation. It is not your fight. If you are one of these pro-black guys who still believe that the black woman is queen, mother, goddess of the earth, and you want to take an interest in trying to teach them how to be better for black men, they're going to probably spit in your face. It is what it is. So you can take on that task if you want to. But over here, I'm not encouraging that at all, because black men we got other things that we need to worry about. We have to start competing with other men. As of now, our conversations with black women and who's better and who's worse, they need to be alleviated from our conversations, because we have to start competing with other races of men. And whether that's with black women or without, we still have to win regardless. So black men, you better start being selfish. You better start taking an interest in yourself and understand that you are not here put on this earth to simply provide and die. And as we see now, you are definitely not here on this earth, which we thought we were put on this earth to marry black women. But as you guys see now, they are trying to separate themselves.
I care about what's in this contract with Black America for women, and it's not, we're not mentioned at all in the contract with Black America. And I want to know,
I mean, when you mention black people, you mentioning black women, so
Oh,
don't count yourself
no,
out. Yes,
that's
you are.
not true. That's like administration say that when they
Black
mention
people is not
minorities,
black
they
women.
mention
Black women are not included in black people.
So what do you need to do? That should not stop anything that you're doing to improve yourself. Get that generational wealth, have your children, enjoy life. You are not just simply here to provide and die. I want to see you guys successful. And also, let me be clear, for the black women who don't think like this, want the same thing for you. But one thing that I don't want to see is black men going back and forth with these women who think that they want to change for white men and they won't change for black men. I care less about them. My page is built off the rule of 10. 3 people for, 3 people against, 4 people undecided. I want to talk to the people that are for and the people that are undecided to see if I can get them back on the right side of things. I don't even talk to the people who are against. Don't need to. It will never be on my platform. They get blocked immediately. You guys have no idea. At the end of the day, I'll go through my page and go through my comments. I'll see black women calling black men bullet bags, nakers, just learn what that means. All types of stuff on my platform. I have to go through there and block that, because I know that if somebody sees that, if black men see that, you guys are going to be going back and forth with those types of women. I don't even want y'all giving them women energy. So that's why you guys don't see a lot of, divestor talk and swirler talk over here, and black men are bad and this and that, because I delete those. I block them, because there's no need to have that negativity over here. I'm not a negative platform. I'm just presenting the facts and, making sure that I'm protecting the black male ethnic image, and also supporting the black women who do want to see the black community thrive, whether that's in pockets or as a whole. But like I said, I just think that it's going to be in pockets because we all don't agree, and that includes some black men. That video was very telling. So I'm hopefully you guys got the picture, and now we could put that conversation to rest. Do black women change for white men? They absolutely do. And they know that black men want the same thing, but they're just not willing to do it for you. We're going to just have to accept that reality and move accordingly. It is what it is.
Yes, I cried.
go ahead and make sure you click that link, get you some Teej Hanley, and support the Medium Man YouTube channel, and also support Teej Hanley.